next to you. It don't matter. Yeah.
In history, played in the World Series, played in the Super Bowl. He dropped a rap video. I think he got nominated for a Grammy for that rap video. Like, he showed up to the fucking draft with a jerry curl. According to him, it was not wet. I feel like it was wet. He said wet. He said it was dry. I'm taking Dior word.
And if it wasn't wet, it was sheen. If it was sheened up, and I mean like that thing was shining.
He always say, he said, listen, it looked wet, but it's dry. I know it looked wet, but it was dry though. He can't.
Yo. Welcome back to the Lum LaL show. I'm your host, Bilal Ray.
Woo. It's your boy, Pharaoh Lum. We back at it again.
Pharaoh, he said we not representing this water. I got my tag on for this moment. Y'all can see the nutritional facts.
Nutritional facts.
I'm very excited, as I usually am, but today I'm very excited because we got a special guest. We got a leader in our community, but also just a genuinely good man, black man, person, human being, good energy, good vibes, and also happens to be the mayor of Wilkinsburg, a borough here in Pittsburgh, PA.
Yes,
the man, the myth, the legend, Dontae Comans.
Yes,
what's going on, brother?
Appreciate
Thank
you,
y'all
bro.
for having me.
Yeah, man. Thank you for coming, bro.
I feel like I made it now.
No, for real.
I made it to the Lum LaL show.
Yeah,
man.
for sure. Lum
So
LaL
I
show.
appreciate y'all.
Yes.
Y'all, letting me come.
No, man, I definitely appreciate you coming, bro. You always been, you know what I'm saying, you always been super cool with us, you know what I mean? You always had a good vibe, and like I said, you being the mayor of Wilkinsburg and putting so much, you know what I'm saying, into it, I can see your passion for it. And I have a lot of Wilkinsburg connections. I grew up moving back and forth from home with the Wilkinsburg, lived on Clark, lived on Ross. My dad was a counselor at the high school for like 20 years, so I have a real love for Wilkinsburg.
Yes.
So like it's good to see somebody pouring into the community and being passionate and excited about it. I ran into, not even before we let you talk, I ran into about a week ago. Shout out to Jaquay May. She has a great event over at Community Forge in Wilkinsburg every third Friday. Open mic. It was dope. Sax player and they're going crazy.
I haven't been to that one.
I've
been to Community Forge.
It was crazy. It was crazy in there.
It's a good time.
But yeah, just hearing about your perspective, speaking about Wilkinsburg and the education system and your family doing what, man, it's just dope to see, bro.
I appreciate
it's dope
that.
to see.
I appreciate that. Yeah, that event, I had to come through. I had the kids with me. They don't want kids there, but I was like, I'm gonna just stop.
Why? Is it like it's grown sexy vibe type shit?
Kind of. They trying to do like, I want to say like 16 and up for real. So they
okay.
Because they do serve beer in there.
Oh, all right.
But they it's a good vibe though. They have food vendor come. It's a different person every time.
Right.
Come sell their food.
Right.
I forgot. I think it was Woldy's the other day.
Okay.
For that last month it was this lady. She's doing hibachi.
Ooh.
But it's always a good vibe. Like I brought my neighbor. He's like 65 last month.
He enjoyed himself.
Oh, he did. He got out there and performed.
Oh, that's a Miss Independent.
Yeah, he was drunk as a
Nia?
skunk. Oh yeah. He knew it was the hook. All he knew was the hook.
He said,
the crowd was egging him on. It was a dope time, man. It was a good time.
Yeah, man, I walked in and dude on the sax was up there.
Killing it.
I meant to give him a card.
Oh, you told me. You was like, yo, dude on the sax
going dumb in there. I'm like,
man.
oh, man. I'm like, God, you know how many years, there's so many times, I'm like, yeah, we just need a sax player. Couldn't even find him.
Right.
That made me like, I got to start coming out to them events. Like I said, right in Wilkinsburg, man.
Yeah.
Community Forge right in Wilkinsburg.
I wanted
to ask you, bro, what got you to a place of even wanting to run for mayor?
Yeah. I'll even take it a step back. I was on school board first.
Okay.
My wife, she ran for school board 2017.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. So she was on it, and she got pregnant with her daughter, and they
talked for Wilkinsburg.
Yeah, school board for Wilkinsburg. Then they talked her into going to council.
Okay.
So she ran for council. I ran for school board. There was like 5 people running for 2 seats, and there's people hating. So she didn't win that, but I won school board. So it was just a natural fit. After 2 years, the mayor's race was coming. Our current mayor wasn't running again. She was a friend. And so I felt I could beat the person I was running. I felt like I'd be a better representation. And just a lot of people didn't like him. So
okay.
I said,
he was a people's champion.
I tried, man. I tried.
He was a people's champion.
So there was like a lot of competitive, there was some competitive juices in it that kind of got you.
Oh, yeah. Dude, he got kicked off the ballot. because he didn't turn his paperwork in. So dude was trying to trash me.
You know what? You know what's crazy? I was peeping. I was peeping something they had posted more recently. Now it wasn't during the time of this all happened. I was peeping something they posted like saying like, "Oh, I got sabotage" type vibe. Like, so yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah,
like,
it was real deal. Like he was saying that the person at the desk threw his paperwork away. Like it was some conspiracy with the old mayor, the police, and they pulled up. Everything's recorded, so they pulled up. He never came to the borough building, so they proved all that wrong. But that still didn't stop him. He was going on interviews. He was just lying, and I just didn't say anything.
Good.
And they had people just attacking me.
You played it. You know,
I
you
was
played it right.
Cyber attacked. They was calling me Trump. His people was calling me Trump at the polls. I was like, y'all don't realize my yard signs is red, black, and green.
Like, call me Trump. Like, what are you talking about?
That's crazy.
Like we was on school board together, but I still won. Trump. He still got the same 500 votes he got when he ran against the previous mayor. Yeah. But shout out to him though, man. Without him, it wouldn't have been a fun race.
Yeah, that part.
Yeah, so it was a good time. I just knew I'd be that man, and the people, like you said, the people's champ.
Exactly, bro. People's champ.
Yeah, I never really thought about how much like it just interested me, like the competitive nature of politics, because I definitely was going to ask you like, yo, what made you want to get into politics? Yeah. But I guess that could be competition. You think could be like a motivating factor in it, or was your wife?
It was my wife that she really inspired.
Shout out to
me.
A strong woman.
Because it was
strong black woman, man.
It was. That convinced me. Not convinced me, but I talked about it was my wife, Summerlee, and Martell Covington.
Okay,
like, you know, because my wife and Martell used to have a podcast,
nice.
Black Political Millennials, and so we would always just be at the house chopping it up. Mm-hmm. And one day there was I just made a status on Facebook, just playing around, and it lit up. Can I cuss?
Yeah, bro.
That shit lit up. That shit lit up. That shit lit up. So we just wrote off that. We started a political PAC. Okay. And people donated, and I got them yard signs up. Oh, yeah. It felt real once I got the signatures, but in the borough, you don't need much. Yeah. You only need about 10 signatures. Okay. Which is crazy. Yeah. For anything, for council, school board, mayor, you only need about 10 signatures, and it's on. So once I was on there, and it felt real once you got the ballot that comes out before the actual election. And I was like, damn. I'm right there. Like, this is real.
I just got one of those myself, man, with my name on it.
Yeah, what you running for?
I'm running for council over in Sharpsburg.
Yes, sir. Got my vote.
Sharpsburg. Y'all got what's her name on y'all council?
Kayla Portis or Brittany Reno.
Both of them.
Yeah.
Both of them.
Brittany Reno's the
both of them's cool people.
Yeah. So
I met both of them. They're cool people.
I was just with her today across the street, man. Yeah, she's dope, man. She's one of the reasons why I'm running. So I got you. These boroughs hideous
are like the same, but I couldn't imagine over here because over here like Etna, the demographic don't look like us too much.
Oh no, for sure.
Yeah. And so it's like,
well, you know, in Sharpsburg though, there's. I don't know the correct demographics, but when I moved over here, bro, when I was looking at the spot, I noticed that there was a lot more black people than I expected. I mean, a healthy amount. Yeah, and the thing that really made me feel that it was a community is that I didn't realize until I saw it that it was the first time in maybe a decade that I seen so many kids outside having fun.
It'd be like that,
bro. Like, cause I was living in Bloomfield for a long time. Even going through Garfield, Bloomfield, Friendship, any of them neighborhoods, bro, you don't really see kids outside playing, bro.
Yeah, you know.
And like a lot of older people talk about that too. Like kids don't go outside no more; they be on the phone, boom, boom. But when I came over here, I seen people on bikes playing basketball, playing tag football on the street. I'm like, oh, this is a community for real.
That's like, lovely feeling.
Yeah, I mean, that's how I felt, and that's what made me.
hang out in Sharpsburg,
I've been there for 13 years. When I first got here, bro, there's like 5 families. That's it. Just 5 black families, and then it just over time, it just started to get more and more diverse. And it became like now they doing Juneteenth over here, which feels like a kiss on the cheek because we earned that over here, and they take it seriously.
Yeah,
so I really.
And would you think that would be from the council or from the people pushing it?
Absolutely I think from both. You know what I mean? Because that was the one thing when I moved over here. At first, I felt the disconnect, but also I felt not so much of a disconnect. I felt also an opportunity. Like they weren't so. judgmental.
Opposed.
Yeah, they weren't opposed as long as you were living your life right. They were just trying to protect what they had, and I get it. But once you didn't pose yourself as a threat, it was open arms. And I ain't never seen no shit like that ever. So it was like when I got here, it kind of kept me here. And then don't get me wrong, you're gonna have a few. But they live and they learn. You know,
and they stuck in their old ways.
Yeah, and it's all right. That's cool.
And that's just what's gonna be. I mean, we got our own. That you know what I mean, the same vibe. So I mean,
I don't need their acceptance. That's the whole thing. It's like as if it's acceptance over the color of my skin, I don't need it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? My character is with everything. You know what I'm saying? So you don't see that.
Man, listen, man, y'all Dion in the system right now, man. We were just talking about
when
you come in them circles and you swag out, and you like, nah, I'm just loud, I'm black, and I'm here, and I'm not finna compromise, but I am here to take y'all position and make y'all adjust to me. It's like, yo, you know what?
We come.
I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was listening to Cam's podcast. I forgot where the quote was, but there was like a radio show they talked about, and a white guy actually called in. And he actually said on the show, like, no, it's really threatening when you come into our spaces. Like, dude, what do we have? They were joking on the show. It's like, dude, all we have left is coaching. He's like, how do you expect us to act? And they was joking. He's like, no, y'all still got like badminton. He's like, yeah, bowling. They just started naming all this shit. Like, but he was like, it's gonna be a threat when you guys come in. You're fucking great at everything. It was super honest. He was just like, when you guys come in, being great at everything, it's the only fucking thing we got left. And he just comes in. Who the fuck can compete with Deion Sanders? You know what I mean? He's in there. You know what I mean? He says shit that a white coach can't possibly say to a kid. A white coach can never go to a room like playing like that. Ain't never gonna get your mama out the hood. I'm a report you, sir. What did you just say to me? It's not gonna get my mama out of where? What the hell did you just say to me?
That'd be the first thing.
Man, but when Deion say that, you take it to heart. He's telling it.
No, because like know someone. You know, it's crazy. I was just at the A Street Festival with my girl in DC, and I was sitting down and I was thinking about this. What does it mean to connect to somebody? And I feel like what it means to connect to somebody is to resonate with their perspective. Yeah. And perspective is born out of experience. So when I'm connecting with your perspective, it's literally a moment where you are implanting me in your own life experience and you feel less lonely, like you feel seen. Yeah. You know what I mean? And so when it's like...
That's a hell of a feeling.
Right. When you feel seen and someone is validating you, even if... It don't even have to be that they did something profound. It could be anything that just resonate with you. You know what I mean? And when Deion come in there, it's a moment of the kids seeing him and seeing themselves, like, and it's not just a color thing. Everybody be like, "Oh, we need," because we do need more black men in more spaces, but
it's a cool.
We need too. More resonance in our spaces. That's what we
he's
need.
Relatable with everybody. Even he kept a lot of them recruits. There's a lot of white kids on that team because in general, white, black, or orange. If you think about his history, he's like one of the.
He can connect to you. It don't matter. Yeah.
In history, he has he's played in the World Series, played in the Super Bowl. He dropped the rap video. I think he got nominated for a Grammy for that rap video. Yeah. Like he showed up to the fucking draft with a jerry curl. According to him, it was not wet. I feel like it was wet. He said wet. He said it was dry. I'm taking Deion word.
And if it wasn't wet, it was sheen. If it was sheened up, and I mean like that thing was shining.
He always says, he said, "Listen, it looked wet, but it's dry." And it looked wet, but it was dry though. He came in the draft, and the one team asked him to take a aptitude test, and he said, "When are y'all picking?" They said 10. He said, I won't be around at 10. Y'all might as well just go." So like, you know what I mean? Like he's too
Saturday Night Live,
bro. Bro,
he performed
on Saturday as an NFL player. He performed like so. It's like I feel like when you have that much. First of all, it's like Pat McAfee said. He was like, and they asked him, "Why did you bet on Deion?" He's like, "The man's never lost in his life at anything he's ever done. So why would I bet on him to lose now?" Pat McAfee was like, "I don't know why y'all bet against him. He's literally succeeded in everything he's ever done in life." He's like, and he was saying before the season, like, I believe. So it's like when you're in those spaces as black men, I feel like if there's one space that was, you know what I'm saying, more, Caucasian controlled than like college football, it's damn sure politics. And when you're trying to make elbow room for yourself, I feel like there's always going to be them aggressors and shit and them people who kind of want to smush you a little bit and like, nah, you know what I mean? Whether it be white people or even black people who are conforming hard as hell, that it's like, nah, this is my spot and I'm I'm not rocking the boat here, but I'm here, so I don't need you coming here and rocking the boat.
That's why I show up as me 100%. Fetterman had his hoodies. I got my camo shorts. Yeah. And I'll be out here. Now I'm mad as hell. I had on short dresses and I got bit up.
It's that season.
Oh my goodness.
It's that season.
Killing me right now.
Hey, the mosquitoes is fiending.
It's
that season.
Listen, man, I am a lantern fly now. I just want to let y'all know. They're the deepest gang in the city. I've been jumped multiple times.
Flies.
I am
they hood.
Listen, Listen,
Throw your hood up.
I am a lantern fly.
Bro, they
I
really-
am.
No,
I've joined.
facts. Like,
I'm a
they
lantern
throw them
fly. Like
bows.
I'm telling y'all.
They really throw them bows.
Bro,
like,
they don't
fucking with
care,
you.
bro. I was coming up seeing my mom on her elevator. One just landed on my shoulder, whispered some wild shit in my ear. Like, like what the f? So he on the ground.
I was in
$40.
Gecko yesterday, and I bent over to tie my shoe, and went like this, and one fell off my lock. I'm like, oh, take me now.
No, Pete. We had a fire drill at the school I work at, and one, I ain't even peep it. Like I'm coming into the building, and before I get in the building, like one just landed on my shoulder, like, yeah, you forgot me. Landed on my shoulder, like, and
They don't care.
it was a moment of me, like I didn't even really realize what other teachers like, yo, you got a lantern fly on your shoulder. I reach for it, it goes here. I reach for it again, go here. It's about to go in my suit, bro. Like it's about to go in the shirt, and she said she had to save me. She boom, knocked it off. I'm like, bro. First of all, what was that? What was that about? Why was that lantern fly so aggressive?
They don't bite. They're
about to go
so
off my
aggressive,
shirt?
bro. I was holding food one day. I had some Chinese food, and I was holding it in my hand like this. And looking, I'm waiting for my mom to answer the door. Man, one landed in my palm in between the space. I was holding it, it landed right in my palm in between the food and like where I had the rest of my hand.
Bro, come on, bro. That's
He's
really
like, what you eating?
what's really going on with the lantern flies?
Bro, I think they spiritual or
might
some
be
shit.
drones.
I think they something. I feel like
might be drones.
they spirits. There's something up with them.
Like because before 5, 6 years ago, maybe 7, 8 years ago, the lanternfly infestation was the stink bugs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
When the
facts.
stink bugs first dropped, when the stink bug mixtape first hit the street, there was
That shit was on fire. They had the whole summer.
everywhere.
They took the summer over.
They took the
Unstoppable.
summer over.
Yeah,
bro.
they were more durable than these niggas too.
so
If you do this, them niggas just die. They be like,
No, but and when
Fall right on the ground.
you kill the stink bugs, it like attracted more of them. Like,
yeah.
And I think they did it on purpose. In my mind, it's doing something to the water because it's like they want you to flush them. It's like they don't run away. They just let you catch them and let you flush them.
Yeah.
And it's like, what the hell? But I'd rather have this. I'd rather have the lantern flies because they stay outside.
That's real.
For the most part, yeah.
So far.
Yeah, I haven't seen
Stink
any in my
bugs
crib.
was-
Yeah.
like,
Them
how did
stink
you even
bugs
get
used to
in
be
this
in
house?
the crib. I haven't seen
How
one.
did you
I've
get
seen
in
mad
the house?
lantern flies. Not one in my house though.
It be like 10 p.m. You watching Top Boy.
You hear them motherfuckers
You and your
too.
girl in
You
the
hear
bed.
a stink bug.
And she just look up and she just say, babe. You like what?
Oh, you hear it?
She
They
like,
be hitting the wall.
what's that? You look up. There's a stink bug on the ceiling looking at both of y'all. Like,
Yeah.
trying
Y'all
to
about to get it
attack you,
cracking?
like,
Yeah, and then you gotta get rid of
gotta
them.
get cracking.
Man, I sprayed that nigga. I sprayed the stink bug with Raid one time. It just kept walking, dripping. Like, listen, I got places to go. It was dripping Raid. I was right over it,
Like,
just
you don't
dumping
see this
him,
armor?
dumping him. He
Hell
like,
no.
nigga, this
You don't see
don't,
this armor? That's crazy.
this don't matter to me.
Let me ask you though. I want to get into this, man. What's on your wish list for Pittsburgh at large, or just Black Pittsburgh, or just this Wilkinsburg? Like, what are the things that you want to be there that are not necessarily in your short term plans? Like,
For I'll go Wilkinsburg.
Okay.
Pittsburgh.
yeah, Pittsburgh is a
They can do
bigger.
whatever they want to do.
Right.
Yeah,
Wilkinsburg though, I do. I got a couple developments planned in
Nice.
the short term goal. One is like a housing one with a community center.
Beautiful.
That's the main thing coming in. That's what I wanted. It always was a community center because the only one we have really is Community Forge. Honestly,
Yeah, honestly, besides that,
and
yeah.
that's all the way on one end.
Yeah.
But since the Boys and Girls Club closed, and I turned to the high school of Pucks, Pittsburgh Urban Christian School.
No more Hosanna House either. Huh?
Yeah, the Hosanna
Well,
House.
Hosanna
I remember
House
that.
is there, but it's more so daycares. They got a school.
Okay.
They got the
Yeah.
county in there.
It's
they got
not like
businesses.
community
It's not a
center.
community.
Like you
Yeah.
can't just. I don't think you just go there and
Pull up,
just.
like, hoop.
But they do have after school programs and
Okay.
everything.
Yeah.
So you can, but I don't think you can just go in there and hoop.
Okay.
Same thing
Yeah.
outside Community Forge. You got your playground. You got your. They got a skate park and all that out there. But my goal is just to bring the value into Wilkinsburg because right now we're at a moment where we're under a microscope because we just quote unquote beat annexation twice. And I mean they're going for the appeal with the Supreme Court.
Yo, I know the pod is getting good, but we have a message from our sponsors. Did you know that only half the adults with mental illness actually get treated?
Or the 2.5 million youth in the U.S. actually suffer from severe depression?
Our sponsors, the House of Wax, is raising awareness of mental disorders through knowledge, education, and music as a collective resource hub.
So let's normalize talks about mental health. To continue to raise awareness, for resources, visit the house at waxmentalhealth.org. And if you know someone in crisis, make sure you tell them to dial the crisis hotline at 988 because you are not alone.
But
Why they want it so bad?
Penn Avenue.
Penn Avenue.
Penn Avenue. Rich Fitzgerald said that before he leaves, he wants Penn Avenue to continue out past East Liberty. The only thing you'll see is that whole Bakery Square thing just keep going up.
Yeah.
Most of the abandoned buildings on Penn Avenue in Wilkinsburg, the county owned. So it's like, why don't y'all better knock them down? Right. They're gonna knock them down as soon as the county, as soon as it become part of the city of Pittsburgh. Yeah. But we fought that.
Yeah.
And so what I want to see is just us get our true value. You know, our property taxes finally went down. We're the lowest in the eastern suburb area. Only place lower than us is the city of Pittsburgh on that side. But people still push that we got the highest taxes. The beautiful thing with Wilkinsburg, and most people do move over our way, is because a $200,000 house in Wilkinsburg, which will be a beautiful big house, will be like $500,000, $600,000 in the city.
Yeah.
And you'll be paying the same property tax.
Yeah.
but you'll be just paying for, it'll be the same house though. So I do like that about, or just the property values not skyrocketing. Now Regent Square, that's a different token because you know that's part of Wilkinsburg too. But I think one of them houses sold for like $1 million.
Yeah, I was about to say. I wonder. Oh yeah, for sure. I used to work up in Regent Square back in the day, like on that little strip of them bars. Like my first job was in Dunnings. It was like a little restaurant.
Now you gotta tell it, bro.
My wife Ashley used to work at Dunnings.
Now you gotta tell it, bro.
Wait, what?
Now you gotta tell it, bro.
Wait, tell what?
The story, bro.
Wait, which story?
The story, bro.
You gotta tell it.
Wait.
The motherfucking over the garbage can.
Oh,
you gotta tell it.
Shit.
You gotta tell it. I'm gonna pause mine for this one.
No, when I was working at Dunnings, I was a cook. You know what I'm saying? And every once in a while, this is exactly why I don't never talk shit. I don't send my food back because I was a cook. You know what I mean? And I had a boss who he was a dickhead when he would cook. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes he'll drop a burger. If he drops your burger, you know what I mean? Sometimes
your burger was just
it may come back. It may come back on the bun.
Deal with it.
Listen, you may get a new piece of cheese. That's about it. You know what I mean? That's about it. But one day I was working with him, and this ain't even a story about him. I was working with him, saying we're working back there, and I made some fried zucchini for a guy. We sent it out there. I made it. The guy, it was 6 pieces. He ate 5 of them, sent it back. He's like, yeah, this is the worst fried zucchini I ever had. It's bullshit. It's dry. I don't know what the hell they were doing. No, this was before that. This before the coastal. So first he sent 5. So he ate 5 pieces of it though, and said it was the worst shit he ever had. So I'm like, damn. He sent it back. He's like, yeah. He's like, 8 fucking 5 pieces of it. So the waiter's pissed at him. Yeah. He's yelling at the waiter. I'm like, my bad, man. He's like, it's cool. He said, man, it's good. He's like, that dude's just an asshole. So we made some coleslaw. I gave him the coleslaw, right? Send the coleslaw back out to the dude. He out there eating. And as soon as he got the coleslaw, he's like, and this coleslaw's too fucking wet. I don't know what you guys don't know what the fuck you're doing. So he shoves the coleslaw back at the waiter, like pushes it to the table, gets on him a little bit. The waiter says, okay, sir, my bad. The waiter comes storming in. He has a coleslaw on the plate. He just reaches his hand on the plate like, this guy wants fucking dry coleslaw. I'll give him dry coleslaw. He scoops all the coleslaw off a plate in his hand and just squeezes it over the can so all the coleslaw juices went out. So it was in a coleslaw popping out his knuckles and everything. Like, then he just slapped that shit right back on the plate out his palm, wiped that shit off his hand, put it back together, handed this shit right back to him. He started digging in that coleslaw that was in the palm of his hand and his knuckles and shit. He squeezed it right on out. And said,
and that old boy liked it.
Yeah, he's like, that's what I'm talking about. He was up there fucking it up. I was staring at him. I watched him eat the whole thing. The whole thing. It was in his knuckles. I remember he held it right over the can. And he damn sure.
That place ain't open no more. You can't pick
now it's something else now.
Yeah, it's something else up there.
I've been in there since then.
That's crazy.
Dang, that's wild.
Be careful who you say. Man, I
will never send anything back.
I don't send shit back.
I mean, I've sent stuff back, but like it depends. Like what I get next. When I get next is iffy, bro. Like I was just at a spot downtown, and my girl had ordered this appetizer, and the appetizer was the first thing I've had in a long time, bro. Maybe a decade. That was like truly, honestly disgusting. Dang. Like, have you recently had something that was disgusting though? Like you might have had something that was like, oh, this ain't my. I don't really like this. It was disgusting, bro. It was disgusting.
Disgusting is
like,
crazy.
And you know, like I'll at least swallow what I bite.
Yeah,
I spit it out, bro. It was that bad, bro.
Yeah.
And waiter came. I ain't go crazy. I was just pointing like, yeah, bro, that's not it. So she ended up getting what I got, but like that one had to go.
Yeah.
It had to go.
Yeah.
Like it was really.
You can't even be mad at that.
You can't be mad at that.
Oh man.
It's establishment. You can't be mad at that.
You can't be mad. Yeah.
You be mad if you like, this is the word. Get this bull crap. But you like, hey,
No,
bro.
yeah, it was real
This ain't
smooth.
it.
Like
Yeah.
it was real chill. I wasn't about to.
Yeah, I be trying to be polite because I know shit. You had them dates. Sometimes you get them dates with the rude chick. I done had a couple of them dates where they're like, yeah, and my shit fucked up, and I need a new meal, and I'm like, yo, check, I'm not eating. So you're not eating now? I'm not
You
eating.
want a new meal from here?
You just called. Yo, I'm even going to repeat the word. I had a date. I was at Hibachi one time, and there's this lady, this Asian girl, so nice, came over to wait us. Yo, my date called her some the craziest name I could ever fucking think of.
Some stop Asian hate type.
Some
name?
fucking stop Asian, like
Damn.
she just started saying all this shit like look Mayfu Young or some shit, like she was going
crazy.
I immediately asked for my check. I said, yo, can we have the
Not
check,
you
please?
call her Mulan. We got.
Can we have the check? Can we have the check, please?
That's jump.
And she said, "Oh, you want to leave already?" I said, "Yo, what are you tired? You think we're gonna order more food?
It's best that we just leave.
We're gonna order more food from the back of the no. We're not doing it. I can't even remember what place it was." And then she was like, "Oh yeah, my fish was too hard." Then she just started staring at her. And then the girl was trying to explain, but she stuttered. And she's like, "Oh yeah, I know the fish. It was too hard, but we'll take it back and get some more." My date just grilling her like. She's stuttering, like stumbling over her words. Yeah, and
Why
we
are
fry
you
it
mad?
too hard
Like-
sometimes, and I'm like, yo, please, it's okay, don't worry about it. I got my coat, fam.
Bro,
No.
You know what? We over here talking over Dontae's
No,
story.
bro. I'm here for this. That's just wow.
I've been ordering consistently from a spot that I like. It's a black couple vegan spot, Southside Moose Coat. Love they stuff.
Yeah.
If I ever encounter a time where I felt like something wasn't the way I wanted it, I'm still ordering though. I'm gonna still continue to order because I'm gonna still continue to invest in my people that's doing.
Oh
something
yeah,
that
for
I
sure.
appreciate.
I don't even talk
You know
bad
what I mean? Like-
publicly about black businesses. Like we've had.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
We've
I'm
had some
not even
experiences.
about to-
There's something behind the closed doors.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
behind
not
closed
even
doors,
about to-
I'll
you
give
know
you the
what I
real
mean?
review, but I ain't gonna
And-
be public about it. Like,
Right.
don't fuck with them. Hopefully
Right.
they get it together. But if you ask me, I'll tell you, no, their food was trash. Like,
There's
they gotta get it
Ugandan
together.
dude who was talking about this Jewish concept. I think he called it "fought again," but it's this concept where I'm ordering a particular service from somebody in my Jewish community. In this case, in my black community. If the service at one point in time isn't what I want, I'm just going to tell them like, "Hey, can you blah blah blah," and I'm gonna order again, and I'm gonna keep doing that until they're perfection. And because I'm investing in people that's investing in me.
Yeah.
So if you come across a black business that didn't do something to the way you want it, continue to fuck with them. I mean, if they get crazy on you, then they get crazy on you. Then it's like, yo, I can't really patronize that. But like, continue to fuck with you with the people,
Let me show
man.
y'all something from yesterday. I got this large fry.
From where?
For $8. I ain't gonna say where.
Oh,
They charged
man.
me $8 for that and the cheese.
Oh man.
And I picked up the bag. I ain't even know.
Oh man.
Butter,
get the-
cheese,
And the fry, and this was a large. Like that's clearly a small container.
That's definitely a small container.
And
they
what
click.
was a small? You could count them. You could count 6 fries in a small.
That's what you get.
First of all, those some big ass fries. They didn't even cut they cut the potato in 4s.
Yes,
and then fried
because some of
themselves.
them was like stuck together too.
Yeah.
But-
and I usually like them. I know the texture of them fries, so them do be alright. But like, come on, bro, you can't
A
be
small from
$8.
Pepe's will be at least a bag full of fries.
See, this is why I miss originals, bro.
Swear.
Originals,
I
you
had
get
to show y'all,
you get the
'cause I was
small.
right on par. Like
Get a small from originals. Me, all 3 of us would be
Eating
on.
good, eating good.
It'd be
Man,
shaped
that's
like the
crazy.
basket. It'd be
After
shaped
that, me
like
and my wife
Originals
was
is
talking
really
about.
that,
I miss
bro.
the cheese and all that from originals,
Bro.
But before we get off the topic, I do want to say the vegan fish over at Moodco bussin'.
Bussin'.
The motherfucking buffalo chicken fries. This is vegan spot.
I know. I was about to ask you
Buffalo
what's in the
chicken
fish.
fries.
Like
The
this.
fish, I believe they did it the same way that I've seen it online, similar, which is eggplant. I think I'm pretty sure it's eggplant.
That
And
makes
then
sense.
I ain't even ask them, but I can taste it. And I can just like I like to eat stuff and then try to recreate it.
Mm-hmm.
And then also they chicken. I believe they just use oyster mushrooms for most of that.
Mm.
But yeah, it's on point, bro. It's really because I keep coming back because it's fire.
Where's it located?
Right there in the south, bro. Like when you get off of the Birmingham Bridge, it's literally right there next to the massage parlor.
Yeah, I know. As soon as you said massage parlor.
Because like, what's Mallorca? Them's over here.
It's the block before Mallorca.
And-
Like Mallorca
okay.
might be across the street, low key.
Okay.
And it's like soon as you get off the bridge and you're veering to the right, you're going past it while you're like getting on the Carson. It's like right in front of you.
Okay.
Yeah, it got a big smiley face for their logo, but yeah, that shit fire, bro.
I think I know what you're talking about. I gotta check it out. I'm not even vegan, but I like.
Man, I used to get mad because there's no vegan restaurants, so I'm like, yo, I'm coming. I'm gonna keep coming to this spot. I want to see that shit blow up,
closed, didn't it?
There was one at Allentown. Oh, there was. There was the Onion Main or something.
Under Onion Main. Yup, my dad lived right on that same street. Open. It's still open?
I think so. And there's one on Penn called Apteca, but the thing about Apteca is the food is delicious. Food is good. Yeah. It is pricey, but it's also Polish food. So I be wanting sometimes something that is a little bit more familiar. Because when you go in there, I bet you anything. I'll bet you any amount of money you go in there. None of us can read the menu, bro.
I don't even know what Polish food is.
Bro,
I wouldn't even be. If you gave me $1 million,
you gonna order your
Hashinki,
meal.
what's that stuff? Hashinki, what's the?
Bro, I don't even know, bro.
I can't say it. I know exactly.
You gonna order your meal based off of the ingredients, bro. You're not about to say that. You ain't about to try to name.
What? Yeah,
I do that everywhere though.
Like the barley with the onion.
Yeah, give me number 3, the barley and onion joint with the noodles. With the noodles.
Give me the
what type of sauce?
Noodles.
Oh, all right.
That's funny as hell.
It's gonna be like, man, they got letters in there I ain't never seen before. I'm like, what is
they
this?
want only their people to come.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it is like, I feel like people make cultural experiences, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They make experiences that they feel like are attached to their cultural palette, if you will.
I mean, they're experts on it. So if you're going to make an experience and try to build a living off it, you might as well do it on what you're an expert in.
Dive in.
You know what I mean? Like, what you're passionate about. And, you know,
if they're Polish, stay true to you.
Right.
Yeah.
Might as well dive in. How are you balancing mayorhood and fatherhood right now?
Ooh, the good thing being a mayor is part-time.
Okay.
Like, I got a full-time job. Yeah. I work for a company in the building, and I work from home though, so that helps me be able to do that. And I tell people like this: if I can't bring my kids, then I'm not coming.
Yeah, I like that.
I'll take my when school's not in, I'll take my daughter to every Tuesday. I got a meeting with the police chief and her sergeants and everything. Because literally, it's mayor in a small borough. The only thing we have no power for. It's a weak mayor system. The council got all the power. Yeah. Literally, the only people that's under me is the police and like the parking authority and things like that, the crossing guards. Yeah. And so every Tuesday, and I bring the kids right along with me. Sometimes I'll leave them up there with a borough secretary. She's actually my mother-in-law's best friend. So they be having a good time up there. She bought them a couple toys, so they be hanging. Or they'll come down there with me and sit around there. My daughter, it was her 3rd birthday. The chief and them bought her cupcakes and got her a card and everything. They had all these tough men in there singing happy birthday to her. So I think they appreciate that I'm family first.
Mm-hmm. It says something.
Yeah.
Not everybody can do that.
It's an easy balance though, honestly, because it is super part-time and they can come to the office with me. Oh, nice. You know, that's cool. I don't have to.
They can see that they're getting a download from seeing Daddy in this position.
I think I'm the first one that had kids. First mayor that had kids in Wilkinsburg in a while.
That's dope. See, that was a question I had because me, that's something that I fear from the running. That's really the only thing is the time management part because it's like you can't turn it off. You know, you walking down this. I'm always on the street, so I'm seeing everybody and everybody's coming to me with this and with that, which is part of it. That's really why the reason they want to vote for me. Is the fact that they
see you. You're visible.
Same thing with me.
Yeah. You know, but I know that doesn't stop. But they do know that my heart's in a good space. But that running a business now and also doing that, you know what I mean? I got to figure out some.
The good thing is super part time. I think the most of like coming from a council standpoint of it, the most time. You know, I don't know how Sharpsburg do it, but we have like 2 council meetings a month. Yeah. But beyond that. It'll be just like one-off meetings with certain things, and if you're part of a committee, you're only part of that particular committee. So it's not like you have to do anything crazy. I think the hardest time would be the budget, around the budget time, getting that together and implementing that.
September, crazy.
Yeah, so
fiscal year.
So balance is it's been pretty easy because, like I said, this mayor stuff is super part-time. I only get $5,000 a year to do it. Okay, and so it.
And that's a
but
perspective
I treat it like
too.
a full time.
That's a perspective too, because I never understood what the compensation was like or what it wouldn't be like. Yeah. I just knew that when you the coach, nobody else care about your problems. No. Yeah. You know what I mean? When you the coach, don't nobody want to hear about what you had to do and why you wasn't here and why it's looking like you're not being consistent because you the coach. You know what I mean? And so just like that's the real.
It's like suffering silence type.
Yeah,
shit.
for real, bro. Because they don't care about what
you
you talk about, and they'll call you about anything.
Yeah.
And the best thing about it is they really don't look for answer. They just want somebody to listen.
Mm-hmm.
And they're surprised when I answer the phone. They're like, "Hold on, this." I'm like, I don't have a team. I'm not gaining. I don't have a secretary. I don't.
Yeah, it's
I
me,
do everything.
baby. Hey, hello,
Hello.
what's
Yeah,
happening?
anything like community day, I had to plan all that by myself.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, my wife would help, but it's a team of me. You know,
Yeah.
but then you go to everywhere like Swissvale and Edgewood.
Yeah. All right, I used to live.
Their
in
mayor's
Swissvale.
not doing anything. It's the council or the borough manager's doing everything.
Yeah.
But it's like total opposite. If I don't do it, it's not going to get done.
Yeah. And that's why people like you are, I feel like, I don't know if the word is needed, but highly valuable in places in that have teams. Because if we can get a team around you,
Yeah.
I feel like sky's the limit.
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean?
I feel that way too.
That would be
Definitely. It's
that's
like,
what that's what Wilkinsburg needs. You know what I mean? And I've been reading this book called Everyone Communicates, Few Connect, and it's just talking about how to interact with people in a way where you're adding value to them, right? And it's talking about connecting is really adding value to people. Like when you sit down with a person, if you're thinking about what you can get out of it, or if you're thinking about how you can make yourself feel good or how you can bolster yourself up, you're never gonna have a connection with them. You know what I mean?
That's wild that you said that.
Right, and it is wild that when I ask you what's on your wish list, you just said you just want to add value to the community.
Yeah.
And that's why people rock with you. You know what I mean?
And I literally just had this conversation with like 3 of my friends, and it's just like I'm just sitting there, and I'm just like, bruh, how could I help you achieve your goals?
Yeah.
Like, what could I do?
Yeah.
To add value to what you're doing or anything. Like I'm telling my homie, he just said, I just put $1,000 in. I said, bruh, write up a letter. I'll put it on my thing. Letter support. Push your thing. Push your goal. It's like,
Yeah.
people look at certain positions at a higher stance than I even feel like I'm in. But if it can help what you got going on, I'm here.
Yeah.
It's like, what's the use of me being in this position and I can't help nobody?
Not touching nobody. Like,
That's selfish.
It is selfish. And it's not even helping you because you helping people is going to help you.
And I don't have a foot, besides being the mayor, like I don't have a business. I don't have like a nonprofit.
Yeah.
I'm strictly doing all of this for the betterment of my community. And I think that's kind of missing in some politics.
Yeah.
But
Absolutely.
it's important, especially just showing them like I'm being me 100%. Like I'll come with sneaks on, like, or my Crocs, like, or just chilling and just my hair down.
Yeah.
I like
it's definitely missing in some politics.
And I go to the elementary schools. I take them pizza. So when I see them kids out there, they're like, "Oh, what's up?" And I'll give money to the store. Say when they come, just put it on my tab, and that's what they love. That's
Yeah,
what they
for
love.
sure.
Nobody sitting there telling them what to do.
You know what I mean? Because like when you think about it, we just say it's missing in politics. The crazy thing is, the word politics in the concept of like our communities shouldn't even exist. Because what is politics if not community building?
Yeah,
is politics something different than community building? And if it is, do we need it?
Yeah, it's like the foreign, it's the Americanized version of politics. That's why I wanted to ask you too. Like, is that one that you think, as far as budgeting, what are some of the more challenging things that you go through? It seems like you named a bunch of challenges and definitely stuff in the community. But even like, for instance, with the situations with the police, like trying to increase and better the relationship that they have with the hood. Because I came up like I said, a lot of my time in Wilkinsburg. I went to Turner and Kelly at different point in times. So like I came up and spent a lot of time in Wilkinsburg. I recently had issue. Something happened on Ella with my neighbor, and all I remember is it was a crazy situation. I don't want to get into that story, but a woman.
Shout out to Ella Street.
Yeah, a woman. Yeah, definitely. Shout out to Ella, man. A woman. A woman basically got mad at another woman who was her current baby mom's girlfriend and tried to ram her car through her baby mom's girlfriend's car into the house, and she's full pressing on the gas. And with the kids in the back. So the block takes the kids out the car. But the thing that I remembered from that whole situation is, besides her wheel hanging off her car, me telling her, yo, pull over, don't get leaving from the scene, it is over, like just telling her it's done, was the cops coming. And then as soon as the little boy seen the cop, his first reaction, like one little boy put his hands up, the other little boy literally got on the ground and put his shit behind his back.
Sad.
They were like 5 and 6. And the cop was like, looked like the most hurt of everybody. The cop was like, put your hands down. You didn't do it. Put your hands down. Why you got your hand? Like, why you have to? He's trying to talk to him. So it's like situations really like, and I feel like a lot of people's opinion on that is more like, I feel like a lot of people have like this Wakanda type of veil over their eyes, where like you talk about real solutions to problems, and they're like, yo, we all should just move back to Africa and start our own police force. I'm like, that's cool, but like my little cousin out here right now with these police that are out here right now. So like, I know that's a challenging thing. What do you think, just from having I've had experience with them, but you know, getting to know them on the level to the point, you know, they're willing to buy gifts for your daughter for her birthday and shit. What do you think are some things that we could do to strengthen that situation to the point where we feel like we can depend on them and can call them in certain situations or any situation that we would need to?
I think the best thing for that is having them in their community more.
Yeah.
Like at events, just pull up, relax. Like we got Officer Coffee. And he's running all through the school.
Yeah.
You see him on any block, he's chilling with the kids.
Yeah.
He'll play some basketball, and it's just showing them that the police aren't always just kicking the door.
Yeah.
Rah, rah, rah. We try to, tell them to, ride around with your windows down so they can see your face. You can see their, talk to these people.
Yeah.
And know whose grandkid, that's Miss Merle's grandkid. He ain't doing it. He ain't about nothing.
Yeah.
He's probably a little juiced up off the Kool-Aid or something like that. Don't worry about him. But we try to make it that we're in the community. Like any event we have, you just have cops just chilling there, having a good time. Like my uncle, we did community day. My uncle sold a whole bunch of chicken to them because they were just there chilling. Yeah. So it's like being in the community, not just patrolling the community helps.
Yeah. Where did we catch you at when we pulled up? Was that community day?
That was community day.
That was
lit.
Yeah. That was this event on Saturday because every Saturday we have jazz in the park and different things. That might have been Harambe.
Yeah,
I think that might have been Harambe.
So
So now they started Harambe. It's in Wilkinsburg first, and then they go to Homewood, then East Liberty, then Hazelwood.
Okay, because I definitely kept thinking I was seeing Harambe different places and shit.
Yeah, that's hard.
Yeah,
I feel like we need more of a. We need more marketing around it. We need.
They do. They need to. I think they need to bring in more youthful people. Cause shout out to Miss Pearline Story and Miss Anita Drummond. They put on a good show. Like they've been doing it just their second year where they did all the neighborhoods. Yeah. So I thought that was beautiful. And a lot of people from Homewood was mad that it started in Wilkinsburg and then go to Homewood, but.
Why?
It's just because Homewood is just prideful. They just be like, no, this is our thing.
That's very true. Homewood is definitely very, because those are my two places. But like until I was an adult, I never lived nowhere else but Homewood, Wilkinsburg, and like East Hills for a couple years. So that's like,
that's what's going to keep us where we at though. Like I'm not ragging on nobody specifically. I'm saying like every neighborhood is its own world. And that's been a cool thing, but it's also starting to, and maybe for a long time, been to our detriment too.
And the worst thing about that too is like Homewood being its own entity, but at the same time, it's still in the city of Pittsburgh. Yeah. So you still got your Homewood politics, but at the end of the day, you got a council of 9 people where only 3 of them, or 1 or 2 of them from Homewood area. Yeah. And so it's like, you still got to convince all these other people they still even just get something done in this one part. When it's like a Wilkinsburg, all right, we got our 9 council, but they all live in Wilkinsburg. Yeah. So it's just a little easier in fighting and everything. Because I was going to do something with Leon Ford. Okay. And he was going to originally do it in Homewood, and he's like, they're fighting over $1-2 million, where I'm trying to bring $50-100 million to a situation. And it's just easier to get done in a borough sometimes, especially when you got older people. Yeah, shout out to Leon, man. They're doing great things, and they're trying to open that school. And I think, did y'all see about that?
No, where at?
It's going to be on Road Out, but I think it's going to be a cross between Woodland Hills and Penn Hills. Okay. I think it's it's going to be like a bigger entrepreneurial school, like how the Penn Hills charter is with Wayne, because I think Wayne's on their board too. But I think it's a great idea. One thing it will do is raise the taxes in both of those areas. Because charter schools is crazy. Because I know Wilkinsburg alone, we pay about over $12 million a year on charter schools. Pittsburgh,
y'all ain't got none.
None, no, because we still got to pay for if you live
Everybody
in Wilkinsburg.
else is,
Yeah, heck shit.
But you know, I ain't gonna hold you. I went to a charter school, man. Like I went.
Was it Propel?
No.
Okay, see that's you. That's cool.
I went to Northside Urban Pathways. It's called
And
Urban
UP.
Pathways now.
Yeah, I went there. My homeboy was the first. I didn't go there. My homeboy was the first class. My homie Mike Knight, he was in the first class that started it. So he was one of the first graduating classes.
Oh, all right. That's where I met Chill and subsequently met Tim. From going to
UP. In UP.
And but the reason why
that just gave me chill just mentioned that.
Yeah, bro.